Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So today I'm going to do a video on something that I've been struggling with for many years, and that is forgiveness. You know, they say you should forgive so you can move on as a person. But when I think back to all the horrible things that my in-laws have said about me, have done, the smearing, the lie campaigns, the smear campaigns, whatever, and how they were intentionally directed towards me. They were intentionally to hurt me. They were to destroy the number one thing, the most important thing in my life, and that was my spouse. To take that feeling of love and turn it into, I don't know. It's like you love your partner so much, and that's why you tolerate this and you put up with it. But eventually that love turns to frustration and anger. And that's the goal, is they want to make you mad enough to leave. And so when I think about forgiveness, I know the right thing to do, the healthy thing to do, is forgive them and move on with my life. Not directly like calling them and saying, I forgive you, but finding that balance in my life, Henry, of accepting what had happened in the past. Accepting that accepting that I didn't get the people that I deserved. And being healthy enough to forgive someone, even after knowing all of that, is a huge goal of mine. But at this point, I don't forgive anyone. I've been no contact for 3 years. They say about around the 5-year mark with trauma victims and stuff like that, that the trauma doesn't ever go away, but you start to feel better. And that's usually when the thought of forgiveness comes in, so you can heal, so you can move on as a person and live a healthy life. But, how can you forgive someone who was malicious and intentionally cruel to you? They acted like they were terrorists to you. Really, they do. Psychological terrorists, emotional terrorists. And I've been struggling so hard just to find that forgiveness. But I also feel like some people don't deserve to be forgiven. People make mistakes and accidents happen, and people's lives will be changed forever, and feelings will be changed and stuff. And I could actually buy into forgiveness if it was accidental. But when you're dealing with someone that is malicious and targets you, why should you forgive them for that? Why? As a Christian, if you're not a Christian, disregard this. As a Christian, we're supposed to put our faith in God, and as Jesus, ask Jesus for forgiveness and forgive others and things like that. But at the same time, you think to yourself, they did things that were not forgivable. And as a good person, as wanting to be a good Christian, I want to find that forgiveness and grow, stronger as a person, grow stronger in my faith. But it's just like, it's almost impossible not to think about what has happened and say, you know what, I can forgive you for that. At this point in my recovery, I don't forgive them. I don't. Why should I? I know I don't really talk a lot about exactly what has happened to me in 22 years. But if you think the problems you have with your in-laws are bad, times that by 10 with me. These people are arrogant assholes who has their nose stuck up in the air. I have so much money, so much wealth. I can buy whatever I want. I'll buy my son from you, which they tried to do several times. They even tried to buy their grandchild by, get this, when we went no contact, without even asking us, they went and started a college fund for my son and sent over the paperwork. The deal is done. Because if I knew they were going to try to do that, I would have put a stop to it and said, hell no, I don't want your evil money. But then I got smart. I started thinking, you know what? My son deserves that college fund for everything that they have done and put me and my husband through. I deserve to put my child through college for free for the abuse and the trauma that I have suffered for 22 years. But then on the other hand, that's like, I think, being a smart ass, that's how I think. But on the other hand, in all seriousness, I don't want any of their money going towards my son, my husband, me. No, nothing. Because when you're dealing with the narcissist and their money, they use it as a controlling mechanism, as a manipulative tactic. I'm sure there has been several spouses bought off. Actually, I forgot in this comment someone left, they said, you won't believe this, but my in-laws took me on the side and tried to pay me to stop dating their son. I remember that. I think it's on the toxic in-law, narcissistic in-law video. I'll have to go back and look, but I remember reading that. So, but that's the thing. When you're dealing with a narcissist with money, there's no end to how low they will stoop to get control, to get you out of their child's life. And I can almost put money on the fact that my in-laws would have probably paid me off. But see, I never communicated in those terms. So I think they would have known. Like, that is the biggest insult you could have ever asked, to pay someone off to stop dating your child, which I think in return, they would have known that my husband would have never spoke to them again. So I don't know. I think back, to them starting this college fund, and it shows me that they know what they've done was wrong. That they are literally gifting my son $150,000. By the time he's in college, it'll be about maybe more. Shoot. But they're gifting him that to say, I'm sorry. Let me have my grandchild back in my life. But they won't say they're sorry, right? Because narcissists with money use their money to say sorry, but they won't the verbiage isn't there, right? So I find that really ironic, especially because my mother-in-law is like a penny pincher, even though they're very wealthy. They're cheapskates. I'm telling you, these are the type of people that will go into a hotel And you know how they have like free breakfast bars? They'll go stock up on all the yogurts, all the Danishes, all the bananas, hoard them in their room while they're staying there. And they do this every day. And then when they check out, they take all that food and put it in their luggage and takes it home. That's the type of people I'm dealing with. You know, these people cut corners in any way they can, but then and at the same time, because they were able to cut those corners, they'll use their money on promoting how wonderful they are, or look at how much money I have. You know, because my in-laws have always been part of the country club. My in-laws always throw extravagant, I can't ever say that word, luxurious parties at their house, but mainly so my mother-in-law can sing at them. So that's kind of the type of person I'm dealing with, that she's willing to spend money on a party to have people come and hear her sing, okay? Ironic that nobody would just come to hear her sing if there wasn't a party and alcohol. Isn't that strange? And it's embarrassing too. Like, she thinks she's such a good singer, and she's really not. She's like below average. She does not have a very good voice. I mean, it's way better than me and everything, but like, it's nothing that you could go sell records for. You know what I mean? It's like the choir voice, you know? But I don't know. I'm kind of rambling on that story, but I'm just trying to get you to picture the type of person that I'm actually dealing with. She was the person who threw a fit in the foyer of the hotel lobby because she didn't get her senior discount or something. I can't remember. It was or she didn't get the room she wanted or something. So we had to sit there for an hour in the lobby while she was on the phone with corporate to get this, a 20% discount for the trouble since they didn't have her room, or she didn't get the senior discount, or something crazy, right? And here she is driving a BMW and a Lexus and living in a nice area of Austin, Texas that millionaires live in. So you just wrap your mind around this type of person. But I don't know. Going back to forgiveness, I don't know. I think back to some of the things that I saw this woman do that were so damn embarrassing. And I had to sit there and be embarrassed beside her. And it's a really uncomfortable situation to be in when someone is acting antisocial, get that, and causing conflict or drama where really, like, maybe there was a mistake that happened at the hotel. Okay, mistakes happen. Carry on with life. Oh, no, she has to call the corporate to get a discount. So, you can't make this up. So she's also the type of person who, for damn near 17 years, she never once got me about 15 years. She never got me a Christmas gift, ever. Never a birthday, nothing, okay? So the first time I spent Christmas with them, she gets me like this little cheap $20 scarf while, you know, everyone else is opening luxurious gifts, and, you know, they all have like a stack of them, and I have this thing. She did give me $20, I think $20 or $30 for my birthday, but I had just had the grandson, okay? So I don't know. I just, like, these people are like intentionally leaving you out, like not buying you gifts and stuff, when you go out of your way to buy a thoughtful gift for your in-law, because you think, well, you know, I do love this person. It's my spouse's parents. I want to love them. Let's say that. So I want to be thoughtful and get them a gift that they could really use. Well, I did that. Backfired. I had got her an oil diffuser. And the second day they had it, they brought it back to my house and said that she said it irritated her nose or something and that she didn't want it. And I was just like, I was trying to be so thoughtful. I looked for this Christmas gift for her for like a month because I could not figure out really what to get her. But I did notice that she likes her house to smell a certain way and this and that. So I thought, well, maybe this. And those diffusers are not cheap. Especially when they first came out, they were not cheap. I mean, they're a little cheaper now, but they weren't. But it's like a slap in your face when they return a gift to you that you put thought in. I don't know. This video is a hot mess. It's all over the place. It's just me thinking and talking. And I feel like a lot of people have these concurrent thoughts because, like, you have so much just coming at you all the time while you're thinking about everything that has happened. Because there so much has happened, you can't wrap your head around it. Literally. Oh, hold on, my dog wants water. So it's like these rapid succession of, I don't know, just your neuron transmitter just constantly firing. That's what it feels like in your head. Like, that if you ever seen a brain scan and it shows you like these neurons are firing in your brain or whatever, they'll show you a picture and whatever. But that rapid succession that I see on that image of the neurons firing, I think about my thoughts being like that. Because they're so rapid. And it's like from one extreme to the other. It's not like I started off first talking about forgiveness. I ended up talking about the shadiness. It's incredible. These people are incredible. They're really incredible. And I don't mean that in a positive way. But let me just go back on the forgiveness. That is something that I'm working towards. Don't know if I'll ever get there. And I don't know if it's a social thing either, that I have been brainwashed into believing that I have to forgive this person even though they were a detriment to my health. Maybe it's society that kind of impregnates you with these ideas. But I also know, as an empath, that there's stuff that I have to let go. Maybe it's not everything, but there are things that I have to let go of and forgive, I guess, to move in a healthy direction in my life. I can't wait until that 5-year mark, because I'm hoping that a lot of these thoughts and me not wanting to forgive and all this will just come to an end. But at this point, like I've said in one of my videos, if she dies, I'm putting a pile of my own human excrement on her grave. And it's not even like out of hate, because you think if you say something like that, you're thinking something like that, it's because you hate. No, in a way,